Hey, namaste. So, don't even really know where to start. I want to call this a spiritual rant, and any of you who know me or have seen my videos know that I'm, all about meditation and all about the calm. But just the events of the last few days, and over a period of time, the violence, the police violence, and then the shooting after that by the man who apparently just snapped and reacted in violence against the police. I want to talk about this from a spiritual level, okay? And what I mean by that is, sorry, my cat as usual is about to create mayhem. I was really sad today. I'm sure those of you who are sensitive can feel energetically. I'm still sad and not myself, because I feel that, many of us, myself included, and yeah, it's going to get very woo-woo, are here for a specific purpose. And I think that my purpose, and there are many others like me, is to help maintain a certain vibration on the planet, and peace, and humanity evolving, and so on. So when I see incidents like this, what's been happening a lot for me lately, and perhaps the same for you, I don't own a TV, but I'm on the internet a lot, but I will literally miss when the event happens. Like the shootings in Florida, I didn't hear about that for a while. And partly because I am a mystic, I do try to keep some separation from being saturated by media. I want to talk about it from a spiritual level. So I want to talk about our evolution as human beings, as a human race. So that's what I mean, that I'm going to take it to another level, beyond black and white. As we know, in the whole world, there are many shades of people. There are many ethnicities and numerous religions, and, so I just want to speak about that we as human beings, as those of you who are evolved know, we need to come together. We cannot continue to exist on this planet if our minds and our hearts are so clouded with violence. And so for those of you, and I know you're out there who can see, of any race, who can see the big picture, I'm just going to touch on a little bit. Look at the big picture, but say in America, it's what seems like an extreme polarization of right-wing and then left-wing, and it seems like very, less hearing of the people in the middle. I know they exist, but it just, especially if you spend a lot of time online, I feel like you get such extreme views, painting people, no pun intended, in black and white, it's this, there's no nuance. Hatred on so many levels and around the world, whether religious hatred, gender-based hatred, basing it on politics. I mean, why is this happening? Why is this happening? As spiritual people, we've got to pull back out of the battles and try to understand what's going on. And I really feel that, this is just what I'm getting. There's no scientific study about this. What I'm seeing is that it's like we're at the first chakra level. Your first chakra is the level of survival and your tribe. Okay, it's also about money and, and living on the earth, but I feel like humanity right now seems to be going to this lower level, okay? And I'm saying this, everyone, you may be more evolved, but it's like we're living in this bubble where this is bubbling up. And I really feel like there are forces, I don't know their names, I don't even think that's really important, but I really think that there are forces of negativity that are wanting to see us, all different kinds of people, black, white, brown, yellow, red, go at each other's throats. okay? Because that's how they win, okay? By creating chaos, by creating violence, keeping us in fear. And I've said this before, but the main thing I get is there's something about all of us now across the planet feeling very fearful. That fear that some people are tapping into is driving them, whether it's a cop, you know, sitting on top of somebody that is subdued and then shooting them at close range, or someone who decides, okay, well, my reaction, I'm going to go out and gun people down. It's violence, and I think as a society, we've reached the apex of that, and like it has to stop if we are to survive. This glorification of violence needs to stop, and I especially challenge women and really evolved mindful men to see it. It's this glorification of violence, you know, and I go to Hollywood movies because Hollywood movies, okay, infect the whole world. The whole world watches Hollywood films. And so I notice the hugely popular films, if you just watch it with a cool eye, it's about a battle, it's about violence, and then it's whoever is the most violent usually is, you know, is the winner. There's just a lot of violence in media, and it's BS to say it doesn't affect us. Of course it affects us. Scientists have shown that people are not aware of how they're affected by even the smallest things. So imagine if you're seeing so much violence from you're a child, you know, up to adulthood. And it makes us fearful, because if you think the world is violent, you're going to be defensive, right? Because you're living in this illusion where their violence is coming at you, and of course in a lot of cases that's true, but I'm saying how it's created is, if you tell everybody about this violent world, you create images of it, you basically hypnotize them about it, then everybody feels they need a gun, they're ready to pull that gun, they're ready to act. I'm saying from a spiritual level, we cannot continue like this, okay? It's not, it helps no one. It helps absolutely no one. So I just want to put that out to folks, that we need to look at it and see that it's not even about laws. It's not about new laws, and it's not about body cameras. It's not about, things are bigger than that, meaning you put these little things into place, but if systemic things, and some of them of course are bias, and bias can be in so many ways, but in the US what we're seeing is often a racially based, you know, bias. But there are so many biases, so I'm saying the whole thing, we need to evolve from this like low level behavior. It really is below animal, because when I think of animals, I think that, you know, they hunt to eat, you know, they're following their instincts, and it's a cycle, and they eat another animal, they hunt it, they kill it. As humans, how are we showing that we're more evolved? You know, and I know there are many of us out there who are and who see the craziness and the violence. I think we do need to speak up more, but we also need to not lose our cool. And like that's what happened for me this morning. It just all overwhelmed me, watching videos of different incidents. And this video could, you know, work at another time, because some other things will happen, you know, I'm sure. We cannot continue this cycle of violence. Oh, I thought my cat had a mouse, but it's just a piece of paper that he's carrying like a mouse. So, you know, everybody wants happiness. If we take that as the root, now they may be going about it in the wrong way to us. They may indeed have mental issues that make them act in ways that we as a society know is wrong. So we as a society need to step up and say, this is not acceptable behavior. And I'm challenging people around the world for this, because it could be, you know, culture in, I could string off any country in the world, okay? Violence can't be the way to solve a problem. It does not solve a problem. We have to evolve as human beings beyond that. How do we do that? I feel that if we all, each in our own, whatever one thing is, whatever our religion is, if we really go to the base of our religion, it's going to be about peace. And then if we have no specific religion, or even if we do, we have to really look inside, and this thing about it being, we have to be peaceful. If there's no inner peace in individual society, that society, which is a grouping of individuals, can't be a peaceful society. So we need to do some deep soul searching, whatever we label ourselves, Christians, Jews, Buddhists, Sikhs, Muslims, and the huge variety of, indigenous religious practices and beliefs. We need to examine ourselves and our close community and say, why is this anger and fear infecting us to such a degree? And examine that and find ways to heal that, okay? Because we're not going to survive as a planet, all right, on this beautiful planet, if the level of violence stemming from hatred doesn't stop. So I'm going to do a peace meditation. I'm going to do some sort of meditation video right after this. And so leave your comments below. I would love to know your thoughts on how can we as human beings become more evolved to our highest selves, to peaceful, to loving. How can we do that? Thank you.